Hey guys, trying to get this done. So, how's everybody doing in YouTube world today? Now that we can get Facebook on here as well, which will be nice. So let's load us a bowl. Today is day number 25 for my RSO diary, video diary. And I do a 1.5 grams or 1.5 grams of RSO every morning and every evening. Morning, guys. Good morning. I know it's much too early. You know, I was supposed to do this segment at 5 a.m. I don't think that's going to happen because I can't seem to wake up at 5 in the morning. I can only seem to wake up at 7. So, when you take your RSO at nighttime, please understand you're going to pass the fuck out. And you're going to sleep like a baby and it's going to feel so good. So... So it looks like we will do this segment at 7 in the morning and at 5 p.m. at night. Since I can't do full 12 hours, can't seem to stay awake. Hi! How are you doing, El? Medi? You know, I am so bad at pronouncing names. If I mess up your guys' name, I'm so sorry. Morning coffee. Here, anybody would like some coffee? I would be happy to share. I got a Keurig in there with a bunch of different flavors, so everybody can have some coffee. So let's do some wake and bake. So here is today's dose of RSO, or I'm sorry, this morning's dose of RSO. This is 1.5 grams of pure RSO. So basically, I'm going to take the silicone green container out of here. And this is why I decided to do it with this container today. It's much easier to take the silicone container out to get the RSO out than to leave it in the plastic container. Good morning, Maria. The L maybe. Oh, okay. Okay, so let's goop this stuff out. And because I was running late, because I know I'm supposed to be doing this at 5, I took this out a little bit earlier, and now it's a little softer than what I expected. So I can't flip this out of the container like I would normally. But I can goop it out. There is 1.5 grams of RSO, Rick Simpson oil. So this is Gorilla Bomb RSO. It has a 28% THC level. This is a cross between Gorilla Glue number 4 and THC Bomb. Both have a very high THC potency. They're also a very high indica potency. I am covered. So it is chilly out here today. So no, I am covered. I just wanted to keep my arms free so I didn't drop the oil this time. That's it. Clump it out of there, swallow it down. I usually will take it with some hot coffee or some tea. Sometimes I'll eat it with some soup. Sometimes I will put it in the soup. And it's really good that way. So I do like it that way as well. So there's quite a few things you can do with the RSO to kind of help get it into your system. So you just kind of take it, swallow it down. When I first started this, I was really, really tired all the time. Now, I'm good as long as I can get a consistent 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. Oddly enough, the first thing that I do when I get up, can you tell what is the first thing you do when I get up? First thing I do when I get up is I gather up my my equipment for my RSO diary. That is the first thing that I do now that I'm doing them in the morning and in the evening. I get up and I do the RSO first. So that way I have the video done, I have all of you guys here, I'm showing you guys what I'm doing, and that is the very, very beginning of my day. Then I make some then I make some coffee, come out here, bring my oil, set up, and start filming. That's the very first thing I do, other than let the dogs in the backyard. After that, I get up and I take a shower, start posting some of this stuff to the different web pages, so that way I can start doing some marketing and get this out here for anybody else that needs it. Finding an RSO video diary that can actually show you the effects of how somebody's doing and feeling and working on RSO is hard to find. So I'm trying to make this as realistic as possible. So I don't get up and I don't wash my face, comb my hair, do my teeth, anything like that. The first thing I do is I come out here and start this. I smoke hash the first when you wake up. That is awesome. Actually, the first time I smoke, I come out here and smoke with you guys. Yeah, Maria, you know something? Right now, what I'm doing with the YouTube channel, because I know a lot of you don't understand. What happens with YouTube is as people are watching it, you can start monetizing your videos and start making money towards some of these things that you do on YouTube. So my goal here, Maria, is, and for anybody else, is that, so I do have a 5-year and 10-year goal with Free My Cure. Free My Cure is eventually going to become a 501c3. We are eventually going to be hooking patients up, cancer patients up, with their RSO, free of charge. We're going to explain to you how to use it and help you through the process. That is what Free My Cure is going to be set up to do, because I know RSO is extremely expensive, especially if you're having to go to a dispensary and buy it. I lucked out as far as my RSO goes. So I can cultivate and make my own. So it's still expensive for me to do because I still have to pay to do all of that. But understand that these things will change in time. But as that YouTube channel starts producing, that money is going to go back into this type of education for you guys. This is, yes, this is for me. This is for self-preservation. I am recording I'm doing my RSO oil for all of you guys, but I'm doing it for me, to save my life. You missed a shot on a 100-pound pig? Oh no, that sucks. So the goal is eventually we're going to start sponsoring cancer patients every year. And in this sponsorship of cancer patients every year, we will actually be producing the medication and sending it to cancer patients to at least try to alleviate their pain and their symptoms of treatment of cancer. So that is the goal of Free My Cure. Right now we're purely an education site, to teach, to show, to say, hey guys, this is out there, it is working, it is helping. Keep this in mind. Share, share, share. Hi, Heather. Hi, Marvin. I'm actually doing really good today. Yeah. You know, It took me a long time to get the RSO. It took me a long time to even get the information about RSO. So it's time to start sharing all of this information so we can get as much of it out to other patients as possible. We're not only going to be helping other cancer patients. We're also going to be helping our U.S. military, our veterans, those that need this medication for their PTSD. We're also going to be sponsoring veterans every year and giving them medicine so that way they can continue on their treatment paths as well. So, I mean, the goal of Free My Cure is, yes, at first it's a life. It's to save my life. But in the long run, it's educational. We want to teach everybody that it can work for you and that it can help you. It may not cure your cancer. I can't guarantee that it will, but I can guarantee that it will help. Yeah, and that's a lot of it. It's self-preservation. And I'm sorry to say this, but once you hit that terminal cancer patient status, they don't know what to do with you anymore. They don't know how to help you. They don't know how to make your life more comfortable. They don't know how to make your quality of life any better. So they become frustrated and they become irritated and they don't want to see us anymore because we're going to die. Yeah, that would help. Yeah, take a e-pen out there with your cannabis in it, and that will help with that PTSD and that ADHD when you're shooting. So, and I actually have a friend that does that when she goes out. Yes, when she goes out to hunt. So yeah, take an e-pen with you, smoke on that. Wow, brain cancer, that would be a toughie. I, kind of a funny story. I was born on August 30th, 13 years later after my Aunt Nicola died. My Aunt Nicola died from a brain tumor at 13 years old. She was born on August 30th. She died 13 years later on August 30th. And I was born 13 years later on August 30th. So yeah, I'm sorry, brain cancer is a toughie. Wow, I'm really sorry. Yeah, you know they do. They look at us all. Maria says I'm not terminal, but my doctor also looks at me like he's got nothing. And that's because Maria he has nothing. He really doesn't. With all of this opioid pushing to get rid of these opioids in the medical industry and to get people off of the opioid addiction from the 80s and 90s, because this stuff was handed out like it was candy. Now they're looking at us and they're like, okay, well, we want to give you something for pain, but we can't give you something for pain because people are using it and they're getting addicted and they're dying and da-da-da-da-da. So we're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Here, let me... Bye, YouTube. I'm staying with Facebook, but I need to shut YouTube down.